What? Well, this will be fun. Oh, how is one supposed to do this if I can't do what I was going to do initially? Also, how is one supposed to read chat on this bobber? I don't know how to turn this correctly. Jesus. Oh my god. Any plans to share? No. I need all the calories. Technically I don't need all the calories, but I'm gonna eat them anyway. What is up though? Tyrannosaurus, Roton, came for the eggs. I'm about to freaking slay down. It's heating up, don't you worry. This is a test because the goal is to learn how to bake crumpets, and I gotta just do stuff I'm not used to, which I'm not used to recording a live stream like this on the phone. If the audio sounds terrible, let me know, because I'm always worried about that. I have a tripod here, and I can't turn the phone this way because YouTube will get mad. It's scrambled. I do scrambled. Oh my god. I cranked this thing down to a point in which I can't uncrank it. Anyway, this is what we're working with. So we have... Hello? Okay, ignore that. This is the stainless steel pan. It's heating up. Still not done yet. Bit of water test. This is the water. Oh, it is done. Turn that down a little bit. I made it in the sink. Say I didn't. You be lying. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. I only have one hand. Whatever. It'll be fine. Okay, so we're gonna grab this bowl. Alright, stick with me. This is important. We have one bowl. Go into the fridge. Can you turn? Thank you. Ignore the fridge, it's fine. I'm not addicted to 7-Up, you're addicted to 7-Up. Grab the eggs. Rotate this way. Eggs are on the counter. Ignore the counter. I gotta clean the house, it's fine. I'm doing 6 eggs. One-handed. I gotta crack every egg with one hand? This is gonna be terrible. Boom. Boom. Sins of Gordon Ramsay, don't do it. I'll get flamed. I'll never recover. Okay, eggs have been acquired. Rotate the camera for effect. Keep everyone's attention span going. We need butter. I do this butter. It's challenge. It's butter with olive oil. I'm a big fan. And I think I'm gonna do hash browns too. We'll bust open the freezer. Ignore the freezer. It's chock full of food. Listen, I eat the same thing every day, so everything looks empty. It's fine. Eggs? Yeah, I'm making eggs in a moment. I need a knife. I don't really need one, but with one hand I do. Alright, so just don't contact any health organization about what we have going on here. There's parchment paper in the air fryer, so I don't have to clean it very often. You put cheese in your eggs? Sometimes. Right now I'm in a deficit, so I can't have too many calories. At least I don't want to very often. And cheese tends to have not a ton of calories, but it's not conducive to my goals right now. I was doing fat-free mozzarella. Now I am not doing that. I finished like 3 bags of that, and I was like, you know, it's nice. I kind of like it, but I'll just wait until I'm bulking to add cheese. Temperature 400. I'm doing. So these are freezer burnt, by the way. I'm pretty sure, but these are 100 calories each. I should probably only have 2, but I'm gonna indulge a little bit. I'm gonna do 14 minutes. Oh well, geez, turning the camera is a pain. 14 minutes at 400 degrees. It'll be fine. I'll do like actually 15 minutes. Cool. Cheese is top tier. Cheese is pretty good, but I'm also semi-lactose intolerant. It's not debilitating, but I gotta watch what I eat sometimes in the cheese, milk, dairy department. Okay, so I may have actually messed up a bit. Nope, we're good. All right. The butter has been grabbed. The eggs. Okay, here's the plan. I'm gonna mix these eggs before I do anything else. The butter. Turn. The butter's right here. It's open. It's chilling. I'm gonna get a spoon and a fork. All right. Okay, and then we gotta crack all these eggs with one hand. Drop test. Boom. I'm gonna get shell in here for sure. I don't do one-handed. Ah! Wait. No shell. He's goated. It's only downhill from here. It's downhill from here though. Okay, no one saw that. I got so much egg on the counter. We edit that out in post. How am I supposed to do this one hand? Like how? Like that. I'm a genius. Perfect. Oh, I'm doing big things. You don't even know. Like how? How are you supposed to do this? No shell still. Yeah. This is very measured, not chaotic at all. I had to disinfect my whole counter now. W. Please. Hey, no shell at all. All right, if I wasn't recording, I would scrape this yolk into the bowl, but I'm recording, so I can't do that. Hello? I gotta rinse my hand because I got a bunch of egg on it. Okay. With two hands, it's so much easier doing that, but oh well. Now, dude, this camera is so hard to flip. Now I gotta whisk it. I like to poke all the egg yolks first, and then whisk. See that? That should be in the bowl. 2 finger plus thumb, 2 finger, 1 egg crack, and spread fingers. Okay, you're saying these things as if those aren't even instructions. Man, why is this so difficult to figure out what I have to look at what I'm doing? It's almost impossible to look through the camera at what you're doing and figure out where you are in the reality plane. The plane of reality. Okay, that's good. Now, normally, I'm way faster at this, so I may have messed up. Test. We're golden, son! We're golden! Let's go, brother! I went in the sink, I promise. It's not on the floor. Okay, that's good. Now, what I'm going to do for the folks watching, okay, because people might freak out about butter. First, measure the spoon. 29 grams. Huge. Then, we get some butter. That's so much butter, man! It's fine. It's 3 grams of butter, okay? I would probably do like 4 grams of butter, but it's whatever. The butter goes into the... Yeah. Please, cooperate. It's too much. Bro, that was like, what? 2 grams of butter? 14 grams is 80 calories. 2 grams is like maybe 20 calories. What do you mean too much? It's fine. Okay? It's actually too little butter. Like it'll be okay, but I recommend probably 3 grams or 4 grams if you're trying to measure it out precisely and whatnot. But this will be fine. I like to get on the edges and stuff. Dude, I can't maintain what I'm doing here. It's so difficult. All right. So then Oh my goodness. I about spilled all the eggs. The eggs go into the pan. If it sticks, I'm trash, because it doesn't stick, but this is a very chaotic thing. Ruined? It's not ruined. I gotta make sure I stay on the egg so folks don't think I'm faking. Does it stick? What do you think? Okay, the sides will stick a little bit. If you get too high in the pan, it gets messed up a smidge. Listen, it may seem like it's sticking, but it's not. Just believe, okay? Trust the process. Do it faster? No, it's fine. I turned the heat down a little bit low. Ignore all the splatter, all right? I live alone. Not that that actually matters that much, but... The pan? Okay, so this pan is a Heritage times Eater pan, I guess. I think it was like 70 bucks. Which I use it every single day, and I've used it every day for like the past month. I got it for free though, by the way. But I have a maiden pan that I didn't quite like for eggs. It's too big for 6 eggs. This one I think is 8.5 inches, which is good for eggs. There's a link in my bio if you want to get one or look into it. But a stainless steel pan should work. I think I recommend 5-ply. Also, I do not like runny eggs. I don't like hard eggs either, but I'm gonna make sure that this doesn't have... Dude, it's hard to maintain focus. Like, some moisture is fine. I want to keep my eggs fluffy, but I don't want to have them be runny. Why not raw like in Japan? Hey, bro. I'm gonna pass on that. I'm here to enjoy my food. Yeah, I can't do runny eggs, man. They're not good for me. Also, this color is the butter. You can't actually see it that well on the camera because, oh well. But it's not really sticking. Like all this stuff on the bottom, I can like scrape off easily. Or not even scrape off. I'm not putting much pressure. This is a rubber spatula. And usually this takes maybe like 2.5 minutes once the pan's hot. I don't really time it, so there's that. No face cam, clearly a fake stream. What do you mean, son? But this is like the only food I really make. I make this on this pan, and I make my ground beef on a different pan, and that's what I usually cook all day. And then I have vegetables in this. I put frozen veggies in this with like a little bit of water, and it's pretty good. Turn. Thank you. All right, now you grab a plate. I gotta clean up my counter after this. I don't like these. These plates kind of suck, dude. Like them being a steep angle. I like these ones more, but this one's bigger, so I'm a grown boy. All right, these eggs are done. Look at the pan. It's basically clean. I can get that off. Yeah. Okay, I can't. It'll be cleaned off in a moment. See, look. Boop. This pan, I'll go ahead and rinse off now. The sink it's got eggs in it. All right, so if I okay, I can't scrub this pan with one hand, bro. It's hot. Wait. It's way easier with 2 hands, bro. I'll figure it out eventually. Yeah. I'm putting the lightest of pressure on this pan. It's also not sponsored, by the way. I just feel like cooking on stream. I feel like I'm always paralyzed by inaction. It's been really bad recently. I don't really post much. The only time I post on YouTube is when I'm complaining about Health Average 2, which kind of isn't fun to do, if I'm being honest. So I just want to, like, do more, and this is me doing more by making a leap of faith. I'm cooking Dawn soap on the stove. Is this poisonous? The stove's turned off, in my defense. What came first, chicken or the egg? I'm gonna say it was the Wendy's spicy chicken nugget came first. They probably patented it first. Rip streamer. It lived a good life, you know? Is there like a fast button to turn the camera around so I don't have to show you my sink like that? Alright. Cooking Dawn was not the intention there. Alright, I'm using you guys to clean my pan. Sorry. If I had 2 hands, it'd be basically spotless, but oh well. Hello? That discoloration is completely fine. I can clean it off with I think a lemon. There's a little bit right there I couldn't get because I don't have enough pressure. But that's stainless steel pan cooking with eggs. I like it a lot, dude. Eggs are cold now? Not yet. No. Normally, I would clean the bowl I made the eggs in and then put these vegetables in the bowl. I need a bigger bowl. But I couldn't do that. I think this whole process has taken less than, well, it's taken 17 minutes, but it would be like probably 15 all included if I started getting the pans hot and cooking. A woman? What? Old and bald. What is happening? I cook one meal, and now I'm a woman, and I'm old and bald. Maybe I'm confused. All right. Be careful. Sometimes you'll get these pots that have a lid that doesn't have a much, like you can't tilt it, and you need a glove or like a giant mitt. This mitt's not that big. So I could burn myself right now if I tilt it too much. I gotta drop it, slide, and catch the guard. Oh. But peep, bro. Peep the vegetables. I turn this off. When did I turn this off? Huh. This is like 400 grams of frozen vegetables. I want that. Okay. Man, breakfast is so easy. I'm a big fan. All right, you want to see my operation of coins? So we have these. Someone asked me recently, how many coins have you sold? Which the goal is not to be a freaking coin salesman necessarily. It's just to have coins to sell. To have some kind of merch that I actually like. Because I've actually had merch before. But like when it comes to t-shirt merch, it's never that good, unfortunately. Need an egg tier list. I'm debating on doing a bunch of weird content I don't normally do, like random tier lists for things. Egg tier list, I don't have enough experience. Chip tier list, I could do. All right, so it'd be wise to clean it as you go. If you can't clean it as you go, try and soak things into water so they don't get caked on. All right, my freezer burnt hash browns are done. All right, I think this parchment paper is almost toast. I'm gonna stop using it now. I've used it 3 times, or maybe 4 times, and I think that's a limit to the point that it might start burning itself. Where's my fork at, son? I still need to clean the counter. My eggs are actually gonna get cold. Huh. I missed the action you did. The eggs turned out pretty good. And now you'll never know. Unless the stream can be turned back in time. Which I think it can. I think there's like a VOD. I'm missing so much egg here. Oh. You guys maybe don't know, but I had 11 Rice Krispies recently, and that was a mistake. I keep opening the trash can, I see the 11 wrappers, or I see remnants of the 11 wrappers, and it reminds me that I should never do that again. If I want to binge on something, or I guess go crazy a smidge, I should definitely pick something better than Rice Krispies. Because they're good, but not in mass quantity like that, unless you make it yourself, maybe. Show us the Echovision stuff. Oh, don't mind if I do. My food's gonna get so cold. It's fine. So, this is the protein I use every day. Brownie batter. And I am a protein connoisseur when it comes to shakes. I used to use Rise protein, which I don't like this flavor. This is the chocolate peanut butter isolate from Echovision. Not a fan. We have Rise's protein butter cup, which I got a lot of. Now I do brownie batter with frozen strawberries every day. A flavor that I think is pretty good by itself with like water or milk is cinnamon toast cereal. That's one that a lot of folks like. It has like these inclusion bits of cinnamon toast cereal. This is not Echovision, but I take this, which is really expensive sometimes. Optimized Minerals. It has a bunch of minerals in it. I like it, but it's really expensive. Every day when I wake up, I have a scoop of this or some kind of electrolyte. Sometimes on leg day, I'll do Santa Cruz Paleo electrolytes, and I do 2 scoops of 5 grams of creatine. So 10 grams of creatine in the electrolytes, unflavored, to save some money. I take 2 magnesiums, these things right here, L3 and 8, very expensive for what it is, or it's expensive because of what it is. This magnesium crosses the blood-brain barrier easier. I take 2, because at night I have magnesium glycinate to help me sleep. So I have magnesium in the morning and magnesium at night. And that's all that goes there. And I put salt in my water pretty often, because I am somewhat active. I do like 9 miles a day, cardio-wise. I do 7 miles on the elliptical, and I do 2 miles walking outside at night. Your boy stays somewhat fit, all right? That salt, I don't like this salt, to be fair. This is real salt. I like Celtic salt more. Because with this stuff, I put it in my water, and it like doesn't taste like salt. I kind of want to taste it a little bit, not to the point where it's like me dying, choking on sodium. But I can't tell when the water has that in it. But Celtic salt, I can. So I like Celtic more. And I use like the same amount. The eggs are now turned into ice cubes. gotta fetch these hash browns. I don't have any salsa for my hash browns, man. I bought some salsa recently, and this salsa had freaking cilantro, and I have that gene where cilantro tastes like soap. Which maybe I like salt because I was cooking up Dawn on the stove earlier, but I just don't like it, man. Like I can see how the salsa would taste good if it wasn't for the soap taste, but the soap taste is pretty overpowering. Unfortunately. Also, on the salt front, Celtic salt is more of a finishing salt, which would go crazy on these eggs right now, but I don't have any. I gotta order some more. Because my HEB doesn't have Celtic salt, I don't think. They only have that salt I showed you. And like Himalayan sea salt and stuff. Bro's ration is 95% supplements. It's not. So I've been having these, which I'm never buying again because they're really expensive for what they are. But realistically, I only have Rice Krispies, protein bar or protein snack of some kind, protein powder, and that's like the only real food I have that isn't whole foods. Because for dinner, I have a goulash. For breakfast, I have frozen vegetables, which is a whole food. And I have hash browns, which are like whole foods, it's potatoes, just prepared differently. Salt needs the right salt, actual nutrients, and not cleaning salt. Well, salt isn't going to have a crazy amount of nutrients. That's the thing. Like, this is the salt I usually get. I'll show you. Dude, turning the camera is a pain. This is exquisite taste, unrefined mineral salt. Where does it say it? I'm pretty sure it says it has like a ton of minerals in it. Maybe not. But there's some salts. There's a few salts that will claim they have a ton of minerals, and they do, but it's trace amounts of minerals, which is not that much. It's basically like a fraction of percent of a mineral, which doesn't do a whole lot for you. I would recommend getting like Celtic, Himalayan, and a few other salts versus your standard Morton salt, I think. Road salt is my least favorite salt. Bruh. Alright, I'm not sure if I want to mukbang this. Because I feel like I'm a pretty unpleasant eater. Rock salt? You guys are just saying things now. What about what other salt is there? Road salt's a good one. Do you do any calisthenics with your usual workouts? Nah, I just do weight training. Calisthenics is cool for folks that like it, but weight training is kind of hard to, like, you can't really beat weight training if your goal is hypertrophy. Calisthenics is probably a better option for a lot of people because you don't need to pay for equipment necessarily. And weight training, you need to have a gym with weights, and the more machines you have, in most cases, the better. Because my gym is cool, but definitely some things I see other gyms have that I wish I had. I've been debating on doing a 24 egg eating challenge. The content I've always wanted from you. Thank you, Doe. I don't even know why I did this today. I just randomly was like, I make eggs every day. I could just record it and talk. May as well. I've been thinking too, like I almost want to build a PC and have a PC in my kitchen so I can stream with a slightly better setup somehow. Not sure how exactly, but Eggathon confirmed. I don't even know. It'd be like a 24 eggs in a set amount of time thing. Like I'd be trying to eat 24 eggs in under 3 minutes. Excellent challenge from regular show. What was that? I know the show, but not the challenge. Liver dysfunction? Nah. There was a dude who ate 24 eggs a day. I think a scientist who ate 24 eggs, or doctor, something like that. 24 eggs a day, every day for a month, or whatever equals 720 eggs. And his bad cholesterol actually decreased. There is so much misinformation around food, it would blow your mind. And tons of folks will eat a crazy amount of food and they're perfectly fine. Like the folks that do food challenges, most of them are relatively fine, especially if you only do it like once. How many eggs per day? I eat 6. The scientist ate like 24. Do you get medium or large? I do large. I get large eggs. I try and go for pasture raised, but honestly, there were some eggs I got recently that were like, I usually get the 18 carton of eggs because I eat a lot of eggs. I eat six eggs every day, so it makes more sense to get a bigger carton. And pasture raised wise, they only sell 18 count. But I recently got the 12 count and it had a better color to it, which is weird. Your name being Odo is already setting you up for being a cooking streamer. I know. I think since the first year of making content, folks wanted me to like do baking streams, making cakes and stuff. I could probably try and make some protein baked goods. That'd be wise. Ever add meat to the eggs? Dude, ground beef and eggs is delicious. I kind of want to do that. Also, I'm not really a big fan of bacon. I like bacon, but I don't like cooking bacon, if that makes any sense. But there's beef bacon. There's also a different kind of bacon, or a different kind of slice of meat that's basically bacon. I forget what it's called. But it's pretty good macros for what it is. And turkey bacon, I like it a little bit, but I also don't like cooking it. I'm not sure why exactly. Why though? Calorie deficit slash norm is the key to everything. Why test yourself? Well, I'll be in a surplus here soon, and why not? One day will not make you fat, just like one day will make you skinny. If you eat in a deficit for one whole day, you don't get skinny. If you eat in a pretty big surplus for one whole day, you don't get fat. It's all just a progressive line, essentially, or a progressive curve. Do a loco moco? What even is that? Yeah, if you're consistent, you'll be fine. That's why it's actually better for folks mentally to have some days where you're not 100% strict. Because the leaner I get, the more I want to just eat everything. So I think I legit have to weave in days where I go and get like I have like a meal where I don't follow the rule, so to speak. It's hard to phrase it as not a cheat meal because cheat meals and whatnot, it just sounds it's not like great terminology. Because our words have more meaning than we want to give them sometimes, like a lot more. Thoughts on kettlebell workouts? They're cool. Not for me at all, but they're cool. Are you eating your coin? No. I have my coins here though. They're near me when I eat. I wish I could have got these coins numbered. I probably should have like written a number myself on them, but it was not in the budget. It was gonna cost like $100 a mold for each coin to get it numbered at the initial place I went to. Lost 25 kilos since May just doing calorie deficit. Yeah, the way you lose calories for basically I don't know if there's any cases of people who can't eat a certain amount of calories below their maintenance and then lose weight. Like I don't think it's actually possible. Like at a certain point they will lose weight. There's some variance in some people. I think a very few amount of people that don't follow the rule as strict as others. But tracking your calories is a surefire way if folks can manage it. The unfortunate part is many folks are terrible at tracking their macros. Really bad. Not the destroy eggs content I was expecting, but I liked it. Oh, I cracked the egg on the counter and I messed up real bad. Is Ecovation protein made of pure whey or is it a mix? Do you mean like casein blend? I'm trying to flip this, I promise. Other ingredients, cacao powder, natural and artificial flavors, xanthan gum, sodium chloride, sucralose, whatever that is. I can't even read that word, must be dangerous. Contains milk. It's a whey protein concentrate, 80%, and then instantized whey protein isolate, 90%. That's what it says right there. So they do sell an isolate blend. And there are other brands that I guess do more of a strict formula. Like you may want to look into Santa Cruz Paleo for protein because he has a natural, way more natural version of protein for folks that want that kind of thing. But I don't mind that. I like it a lot. Depending on the person, if you just cut sugars for a month, you'll lose weight super fast without issue. If you work out, you'll lose weight pretty easily. Working out doesn't burn many calories though. Like if you just work out, let's say you have someone and all they do is start working out, they're not going to burn that many calories. Not from working out. If you're talking like weightlifting and whatnot. If you do cardio, you're still not going to burn that many calories, but it is a good idea if you can manage to get like 10K steps a day. 8 to 10K steps a day would be the goal for a lot of people, but bare minimum, more steps than you get right now. It improves your cardiovascularity, it improves so many aspects of your life by just doing that. Because you'd be burning calories, potentially getting into a deficit if you're working towards it, and you'd have a much better health outcome because of it. But for most people, if you want to lose weight, eat more whole foods. If it had a mom and dad, if it grew from the ground, things of that nature. Stop taking so many calories from liquids if you can help it. Like I do shakes, but they have protein in them, so they're a bit more satiating than just like a regular shake that is sugar and whatnot. But sugars aren't the enemy. Fruit has sugar in it. I have a ton of fruit every day, and I am losing a bunch of weight. Although recently I've been increasing my carbs because I just want to. Not sure how accurate it is, but when I'm on the treadmill walking incline at 12 degrees, the machine says I burn 1K calories in like an hour. I wouldn't trust that. Because like, I tried Googling it, and Google is very, in general, it's not gonna really know what's going on, because there's other factors at play. For instance, are you holding on to something when you're walking? That would take off some of the weight a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. But 1K calories just walking on a treadmill in an hour? I don't know. I'd say you definitely burn a decent bit by walking, though. I think it's better to go by steps. I forget what it was exactly, but was it 5K steps burns? I forget the exact number. Yeah, I don't trust machines because there's an elliptical I do that says I burn 400 calories in an hour. Like that seems more realistic, but even still, I wouldn't say it's the goal to look at the calories burned. It's more so the goal to just try and get to a certain distance if you can. Like go for a mile, go for 2 miles, 3 miles, whatever the case may be. Do that instead of worrying about, okay, the machine said I burnt 1,000 calories. Like I'll look at it, I'm like, oh, that's neat, I guess, but I don't factor that into any of my caloric expenditure. The main thing you want to do caloric-wise is figure out what you're eating. Which to do that, you get a weight scale for your food, get a weight scale for yourself, and get a app to track your macros. Chronometer, Fitness Pal, Macros for Dummies, I think is an app. But all those things are much better ways of doing that than looking at your calories burned on a machine. Burning calories just existing though? That's true, but there's some folks that get to like 1,000 pounds. They're just existing, but they still weigh 1,000 pounds. So it's not as simple. You do burn most of your calories by just existing. In fact, apparently folks that overthink, that think a lot about things in their mind, they burn more calories than folks that don't. Which is kind of funny to think about. The folks that fidget, like always tapping their hands, moving their foot, they burn a decent bit of calories as well. They burn more than the average person because they're moving more. But most of your calories burned will be from things that aren't intentional. It's just the thing, like your body keeping you alive will burn a lot of calories. You sleeping will burn a lot of calories. So getting good sleep is important. Getting a decent amount of sleep, 7 to 8 hours, is important. Hey, bro, love your content. Really love how you encourage healthy living, keep up the good work. I've just been more interested in this recently. When I have a game to grind, I can focus on the game, but whenever I don't have a game to grind, it's like, what else is there to talk about? Constantly analyzing the current state of health average too surely increases your calories burned. I think it increases my cortisol. I'm always stressed. Bro. There's so many mistakes I made with health average 2 and content creation. It's insane. I care too much, man. I know everyone, like a lot of folks think I clickbait and stuff. I should have clickbaited so heavy when the game first came out. I should have put so much less effort in videos and just posted. Like go back and look at all the videos saying like Scorcher's overpowered, million views. The Jar 5 Dominator's overpowered, million views. Just for talking about a weapon that nowadays folks don't even like that much, even though not much has changed for the Jar 5, for instance. But all those videos, man, I should have made more like that. It's always funny to watch people playing chess at a pro level and actually sweating. I could see it. I sleep maybe 6 hours a night, sometimes every other day. I was like that for a while. What helped me initially was I got melatonin. Don't get a lot, don't get 30 milligrams, get like 3 milligrams maybe. And I would take that, and it helped me sleep. Then I was also taking melatonin and magnesium glycinate, and nowadays I just take magnesium glycinate. I also bought like an air purifier. It was like 80 bucks. Which I think it helps. I can't be sure. I can't be for sure though. I'm not like an air purified tester. But I think it helps make the air more crisp. What up, David? You missed the egg cooking stream, bro. Now we're just eating eggs. Slugger and health revert, please. If they don't revert the health, I don't see myself having that much fun playing the game. It's just not fun playing Health Average 2 when they're posturing it like it's a Dark Souls game. Health Average 2 is not Elden Ring. We were already weak before, and they nerfed us again. I want to talk about this in a video, but I just don't think I don't think people care, man. I think the folks that care aren't really playing the game, so they'll be like, hey, look at Doe fighting the good fight. It's been 6 months, so it's kind of hard for people to care at this point. I think I'm waiting for, not like the next big thing, but I'm waiting for more time to pass and then to make more good changes. Maybe the next update fixes everything. We'll see. It's just unfortunate. Don't have a voice. Dying random BS is the number one issue. It's hampering fun. I think that dying to random BS is fun though. Like that in itself is fun. It's just how often you do it that sucks. Like dying to random BS all the time, not it at all. Oh, Starship Trooper comes out tomorrow. Like full release. It's been out, but I'm hoping that tomorrow there's a bit more enticement because it'd be maybe fun to play. I'll see. Devs are absolutely smoked. I could 100% see them screw up this next update and nerf stuff. That's what I think's gonna happen. I feel like the faith in the game has been lost. Too much. It's been far too long of making the same mistakes. Watch the people defending it are gonna switch up so quick when Illuminate come out and mark my word. Like switch up how? How many calories an average held average burns in a full super held av operation? What, be hooked up to like so many freaking wires and switches and whatnot that measure, I guess, my heart rate and whatnot? Clickbait is tricky. You're hoping enough people stay long term for the channel. But I'm saying initially, clickbait's the play. Clickbait is 100% the play initially, without a question of a doubt. And even long term, clickbait works out as long as you establish yourself as a decent player and you don't say things that are like, I guess, too outlandish. There's examples that still post content. This thing is crazy good. It's not. But if you beat a mission with something, all of a sudden it becomes crazy good in everyone's eyes, which is really weird to me. Like honestly, I don't particularly love how long Held Average 2 missions are. Have you heard about Off the Grid? I have. I've seen gameplay for it. It looks kind of not bad, but it looks like there's not much life. I look at it if there's a price difference between buying it today and tomorrow if you're intent on playing Starship. It's like 30 bucks, I believe. I hope. I saw that freaking Sparking Zero was 70, and I said, you know what? I could buy it. It's a tax write-off, but I'm not that interested. Do you like games like Satisfactory or mainly shooter games? I play a bunch of games. I've played more survival-ish games like Satisfactory in a sense. Right now, I'm not sure what I'm looking for. I legit don't know. Like, I legit do not know what my goal with content creation is at the moment. Like, I'm like almost lost. Because usually I find purpose in the game I play, and I just post like how to get decent at the game, how to understand it, how to improve the game, those kinds of things. That's what I do for all the games I play. But I'm learning that that doesn't really do a whole lot. So, I don't know. Playing Alien Isolation was pretty fun. Imagine those who say stuff like, just run heavy armor and take cover, will get smoked against Illuminate, and see why people say health changes are bad. Oh. Oh. The devs of Health Average 2 basically held back with their buff update, and everyone could tell. Then they go about taking health away, and everyone just threw their hands up and said, done. That's what I believe happened too. Like, if you look at the numbers for Health Average 2, which, side note, I'm very thankful that soon we'll see Health Average 2 above Space Marine 2. I want Space Marine 2 to crumble. Mostly because of the fandom. I don't like them. Not as a whole, but just the fact that they're trying to say that Space Marine 2 is a good game. Nah, it's not. I wanted it to be, but it's not. I want games that aren't good to not succeed. That's where I'm at these days. Because the more that good games, the more that bad games succeed, the worse games are for the future of gamers. You creatine? Oh yeah. I almost forgot, but I remembered earlier this morning before I worked out. I do 2 scoops of creatine and 1 scoop of electrolytes in a cup. Call it good. I'm a big fan. Evan made a good point in his video saying how the devs basically just balance things and say skill should just get better. I don't think they really say that though. I feel like that's not a good point at all. In the past, they said that, but not today. I would say that Space Marine 2 is pretty bad. The progression is terrible. Like, looking at your skill tree, looking at all that stuff, it's just not great. And you only have 6 operations, which they all play the same. It's not ideal, man. Yeah, I take 10... I think it's 10 grams, not milligrams. I do 10 grams of creatine a day. Holding the phone is killing my shoulder. Just got Starship Troopers 1.0 patch now. I guess tomorrow is more the crossplay remainder of the patch. Companies don't fear the community enough because, as the saying goes, boot eaters will still buy it. It's a very large problem across the gaming hobby because Gen Z and A refuse to listen to old heads. Yeah, well, nowadays too, you just have these flocks of people that will hype a game. They'll pick a game and say, "This game's crazy good, guys," even though it's really not. And then you have the honeymoon phase that lasts for 2 months or so. And after that goes away, then all of a sudden everyone says, man, this game wasn't good to begin with. The same folks that were hyping it up are the ones saying it's not good to begin with. And I think that hype itself is such a good seller because it makes people look past their own judgment. Influencers, it's regular people. These days, a regular person can become an influencer overnight. A regular person within the span of a day can become an influencer. TikTok, YouTube not so much, but TikTok for sure. You have folks that blow up overnight. Then all of a sudden they become this person that people go to for takes. And TikTok has a lot of people that folks go to for takes that I think are pretty bad gamers, which is fine, but their takes are really bad too. They're cool people, but they got bad takes. On TikTok, Ethan on everything and his Space Marine 2 takes. Anybody who said that Space Marine 2 would be the Helldivers 2 killer is an idiot in the gaming space. Which was a lot of people. Any favorite guilty pleasure meal and or snack, and how can I start getting a good habit of getting fit? I'm a bit of a scrawny guy, always been eating and I'm not able to gain weight. Track your food. Because I was also a very skinny guy. I was like, I'm 5'10" right now. And recently I was actually 140 pounds. 145 roughly. And I was like, you know what? I'll do what I did before, which is just eat more food. I went to around 190, which I don't suggest doing that necessarily because if you put on too much weight in a quick time frame, you put on a lot of fat. But track your food. Get a weight scale for your food. Get a weight scale for yourself. Get an app to track your food after you weigh it on the weight scale, like Chronometer, MyFitnessPal, and just figure out how much you're eating. Go into tdeecalculator.net and type in your weight, your height, your age, and figure out what it tells you in terms of your base TDEE, total daily expenditure. I forget the other thing. But basically you get like a baseline for your maintenance calories, which is, it won't be like perfect, but it'll be close enough. And if you want to gain weight, eat above that by 500 calories, maybe more, like maybe 600, and you'll gain weight. But if you're skinny, eat more. At first, it's gonna suck. You're gonna be like feeling nauseous and full, but if you're someone who has a hard time eating a lot of food, you have to get past that a little bit. Don't eat to the point of throwing up though. Don't do that. But I just know when I was younger, I was about 14, maybe 15, weighing 130 pounds, 135 at 5'10", and I was eating 4 eggs, and I'd feel full off 4 eggs. These days, I eat 6 eggs, 3 hash browns, a whole a whole bowl of vegetables, and I'm still hungry. If I want more, I could eat more, but I'm trying to lose weight, so I can't just eat everything I want to. Calorie-dense meal suggestions. I like eggs. I think the eggs are pretty easy to put down, but honestly, I believe that what I did to make it so I can eat more food was I would eat a lot of food, or I'd eat like what I normally eat, and then I'd have vegetables. Because vegetables are not calorically dense, and they have volume, and that like pseudo expanded my stomach in a sense. That helped me. I think shakes are a pretty big thing too. Make a protein shake. Get frozen fruit if you want, or you can just do water and ice, or milk and ice, or just milk. But get a protein powder of your choice. Don't get a mass gainer, that'd be dumb. But get a protein powder if you want. Get some peanut butter. Get some bananas. Those are decently calorically dense for what they are. Blend that up, drink that, and you can probably make a shake that's roughly 600 calories easily, maybe even 1,000 if you wanted to. But shakes are a good option. You can add whatever you want and go crazy. For me, I like, see, my meals, I don't really do calorically dense meals too often. I do meals that have a lot of micronutrients, macronutrients. So I'm not like the best person to ask for that. Um, I'm not the best person to ask for that. 1.0 is out now for Starship. Crossplay is tomorrow. They made some good changes for new players. Added the Galactic War. Ooh. Video idea: how to approach health and nutrition like a video gamer. Bro, that'd be so, like, that's a genius idea. How to approach health and nutrition like a video gamer. It's funny because I view health like a video game itself. The same things I enjoy about video games are what I enjoy about health. It's like the constant progression, the constant learning. And I'm the person playing the video game, so I'm learning more about myself, my character, and my progression is seen through my body changing. It's fun stuff. I really recommend it. Because these days, even though I feel lost when it comes to content creation, which is my job, I found myself when it comes to fitness a bit more. Because for 7 years, I didn't go to the gym. For 7 years, I just didn't go. And now that I'm going, I feel so much better. Still lost though. I was hoping it would maybe clear up my mental roadblocks. It didn't do that, but I feel good though. That's all that matters, I guess. Or that's one thing that matters. Step 1, talk about the nutrition meta. Okay, that'd be funny. That'd be some good stuff. Using gamer lingo to talk about nutrition. I see what you're saying. Weirdly enough, I feel like I talk much better on stream. When I'm off stream, I sit there and I stutter over the same word for an hour. The same sentence for 30 minutes. It's brutal. On stream, there's something about it that makes me want to talk more clearly the first time. Chicken, broccoli, and rice loadout. No, here's the thing. The chicken, broccoli, and rice loadout is no longer meta. It's not meta anymore, man. Because micronutrients, they're the new patch. The new update just dropped, and micronutrients are pretty bussin'. So beef, it's climbing that tier list. Eggs are easily S, like they're freaking beyond S tier, honestly. They're borderline a superfood. What y'all know about fruit, though? What do y'all know about fruit and the meta there? Because kiwis, they may run the show, honestly. It's kiwis, blackberries, raspberries. The more normie fruits are pretty good. When you start dropping egg making tech, well, Ever since I started making eggs in stainless steel, I've been pretty excited about it. Haven't come across your content since the O Days of Dauntless. Suddenly an Odo live stream about nutrition and dieting. How many years has it been? It's been like 5, dude. It's been a while. What up, Zen? Meat, potatoes, and rice, farmer loadout is still... Dude, that's actually so good, though. I'm a big fan of double carbs. Not for any other reason aside from I like carbs a lot. So I'll go to a restaurant and I'll get potatoes and french fries. I'll get mac and cheese and french fries. I'll go to a Mexican restaurant, I'll get beans and french fries. Or normally I say, no beans and rice, just give me french fries. Basically, I like french fries a lot, but I'll get double carbs. Vegan tier list. My mom one time tried to go vegan. She didn't last more than 2 weeks. She couldn't handle it. And I was like, thank God. It's such a hassle. I think that vegan's cool for folks that want to do it, but I could never. Did I see a vegan in the chat? Hey man, I have no qualms with vegans. I got some qualms with cyclists though, even though I have a cyclist. I was a semi-cyclist. So eggs are plus 20 stats all day. Eggs are insanely good for you. It's ridiculous. I mean, literally ridiculous. But it's ideal to eat enough of a certain food to start getting enough of the micronutrients from the food. So eggs, folks recommend eating 5 or 6 eggs a day. Maybe not for everyone, but I do 6 eggs at least. Kiwis, if you eat roughly 3 kiwis, you'll see pretty good returns on the RDIs for the micronutrients. Buy chickens to get the egg meta. My parents have chickens, but they're always selling their eggs to neighbors for $5. They never give me eggs, bro. They barely ever give me eggs. Okay, normally I finish my food in 2 seconds flat, but whenever I stream, I don't eat or drink as much as I normally would. It's weird. So I look at them grazing. I see carnivore getting way too much attention recently. So the carnivore diet, it's interesting if you're trying to do if you want to do an elimination diet and figure out what you're eating that could be messing you up. Carnivore makes sense. To live your life on the carnivore diet is probably one of the goofiest things you can do. It doesn't make any sense for the majority of people. If you're a human being, you probably want to eat meat and vegetables and fruit. What is the point in trying to reinvent the wheel when that has worked for eons? Meat, vegetable, fruit. You have options within that. You have a bunch of different fruits, a bunch of veggies, a bunch of different meats. So carnivore, vegan, folks that want to do it go crazy, but realistically, it's just not ideal. What's carnivore diet? Carnivore diet, as far as I know, is you just don't eat vegetables and fruit. You only eat meat. Carnivore, so you only eat meat. Like organ meats are good, but you can get organ meats on a regular schmegular diet. So recently I got scammed on TikTok Shop, dude. I could have got these for free, but I don't like doing TikTok Shop videos. I posted like maybe 2 in my whole career. This is underbrush remineralizing gum. It is absurdly expensive and I think it does nothing like it says it's supposed to do. But I saw it and I was like, you know what? I need some gum. I'll try it. And the second I bought it, I got a video explaining how it doesn't do what you think it's going to do. Gotta love TikTok, man. Just don't be the weird carnivore eating animal balls. Oh, bro, there's some folks on TikTok. So I block a lot of people on TikTok if I don't want to see your video. And like if your videos, there's certain TikTok Shop videos that are just them using AI to promote products. So it's no effort at all. or them like promoting some nonsense, sea moss extract and whatever, I block those idiots. I've also blocked people that are eating testicles on the daily. They're eating schlong and schmeat and testes like it's a freaking dessert. It's disgusting. This one dude, he'll like let food fermentate outside and he'll eat that. No, I'm not watching that. That's disgusting. So, I gotta block folks on TikTok. Because sometimes TikTok won't get the memo that you don't want to watch that content. You see it for a second, you scroll past, and TikTok's like, oh, you must have liked that. No. I've seen folks eat balls before, and they always say that they're super, super, super chewy. And I'm just going, why are you eating it then? What is the point in eating rubber balls? How is that an ideal meal for you? You think Zolto gum is pretty good? Yeah, like calcium. If you want remineralizing gum, calcium, and then xylitol is for cavity prevention, I believe. TikTok is the mental equivalent of a pixie stick. So, funnily enough, TikTok or YouTube Shorts is going to be TikTok here soon. Because TikTok might still get banned, and if it does or doesn't, it doesn't really matter because YouTube Shorts will be up to 3 minutes long. I will probably be posting on YouTube Shorts because likely the RPM will increase to at least 50 cents or $1, which is how much you get paid per 1,000 views. And that's actually pretty good money to be made on videos that have the YouTube Shorts algorithm. Shorts are dead because the titles all suck. Bait titles are what ruin shorts. Huh. For me, YouTube Shorts is just a bunch of horn dog content. It is ridiculous. Every thumbnail is a rather attractive chick in a very suggestive pose. Almost every thumbnail I see on my freaking YouTube recommendation. And I don't even watch shorts, so it's not even like based on my viewing preferences. Wilbur testes is a new meta for games. If it was, I wouldn't be involved. I could not do my boy like that. DSH, fatty acids are lacking in most people's diets. It's crucial for brain health. Brain development, Japan has the most of it in their diet via seafood, and surprised they have one of the best and average in the world. What is DSH? Are you talking like the fish fatty acids? Because I can see that being the case. I try and buy a fish oil because I don't really eat fish. I do want to look into getting some salmon and see if I like eating that for breakfast or whatever. But salmon's expensive. Yeah, I think you mean DHA. I'll look for you. I think it's DHA and EPA, which are both the... Yeah, it's DHA and EPA. I'll show you. Dude, I can't turn the camera. So, I don't know if I recommend this brand, but it's what I get for folks that care. Fish oil, 2,000 milligrams. EPA, 800 milligrams. DHA, 600 milligrams. Here's 5, though. Absolutely agree with Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 being mid-AF. I was suckered into pre-ordering it because I love Universe and Doom 2016 Eternal gameplay. Yo, Shin Gundam Guy, thanks for 5. My thing is, some folks may think I'm trying to rag on Space Marine 2 because I don't want it to compete with Hell Divers 2. I don't want it to, like, hurt my favorite game. I wanted Space Marine 2 to be so good, and it was a massive letdown, unfortunately. Like, a massive letdown. Because before the game came out, so many folks were saying that Space Marine 2 would have build diversity. It doesn't. There is no build diversity. There's only play this class that has pretty mundane abilities. You get one, and you have a pretty whack skill tree. And then if you want to play a different class, go ahead and spend another 20 to 30 hours grinding that class to make your one ability a bit better and your guns do a bit more damage and you be a bit more tanky. How is that meaningful to the player? It's crazy. I'll not recommend my favorite brand for fear of being out of stock. You son of a biscuit. That's why we can't have nice things. Real talk though. I'm trying to get brownie batter isolate. Brownie batter isolate protein from Ecovision. It's always out of stock. I'm a huge 40k nerd, although as of late, the last 3 years, Battletech is kind of overtaking 40k. What's Battletech? Just like a different universe? Oh, for anyone that's wondering about how you, if you're a skinny person trying to gain weight, eat faster. If you eat slow, you'll get full quicker. Like right now, I'm not full, but I could definitely like walk away from this food if I wanted to, but I don't because I need the fiber from the vegetables. Battletech is the mech warrior universe. Been sipping bad lately, and I thought it was iron deficiency, so I took some and found out what a iron surplus feels like. That sucks. For most things, or for some minerals and micronutrients, if you take too much, your body just excretes it, usually in like urine and whatnot. But there are some cases where you can overdo it, and your body will let you know. Cans of beans with the trap in the comments. Nice. Only played the campaign for Space Marine 2, but I've been that one weirdo who enjoys Starfield since the DLC came out. I mean, there's going to be folks that enjoy games that I can't really comprehend, and that's just going to happen. And honestly, I feel like I'm jealous of those people. The ability to enjoy something, like let's say you're a gamer, the ability to enjoy games more often than not is probably a good thing. The only time where it's a problem is if those same people are saying like the game is perfect how it is. Like that's my only beef I have with some people these days. Like if you enjoy something I don't, hey, I don't care. But if someone enjoys something that I don't and I see like an objective flaw in it and folks are like, no, it's perfect. Let's be honest. But I'm jealous of people who enjoy more games because I wish I enjoyed more games, man. As a content creator, it'd be so easy. Hey guys, today we're playing a new game that I'm just gonna love because I love games. But I think too much. And so I can't just do that. Like, I will quickly realize if a game is worth playing for me. And it's almost to the point, I'm not even sure if being sponsored really helps. I don't know. Maybe it would. Maybe being paid to enjoy something hits different. Bought Ravens Watch last month with my boys and been addicted. Ravens Watch is a good game. Like, that's an example of an amazing game. They made some good changes, too. What's your opinion on ceramic cookware? Not a fan of cooking with ceramics. I like stainless steel for most things. I feel ceramic is probably ideal or more ideal than Teflon. Probably easily. I use a ceramic crock pot, so I think that if you're cooking stews, ceramic seems pretty nice. Because my crock pot is ceramic. But aside from that, I use stainless steel for everything else. I cook ground beef in stainless steel, eggs in stainless steel, most things in stainless steel. Any upcoming MMOs you're keeping an eye on? No. I haven't played MMOs in a long time. I haven't gotten into MMOs in a very, very long time. I saw some Throne and Liberty, wasn't really my cup of tea. I need MMOs to bring back telegraph combat. I want them to bring back aiming your abilities, dude. I don't like tab target that much, and tab target is still a thing in 2024. Why? Was a chef for 20 years. Stainless is my favorite. I barely make food at all, but I love stainless. I didn't use it forever. I just started using it this year, and I'm a big fan. I've only tried 3 brands. I've tried Heritage, which I think is currently my favorite. I've tried Maiden, which I think those two are like more of the accessible brands for regular consumers. I think my parents have a really expensive pan. I'm not quite sure though, from like a brand I haven't heard of really. And their pan's pretty good. But so far, my favorite that I afford is Heritage. 8.5 inch for the eggs. I think I want a 10-inch pan for 8 eggs though. So I need to look into that. MMOs have fallen off hard for me. Last one I played was Warhammer Online. The last MMO I played a lot was probably WoW. And that was like me. I played it because I just wanted something to play. But the last one I enjoyed a lot was WildStar. That was the last MMO I loved. But on the pan front, I tried cooking in cast iron, and some folks love it, and more power to them. My brother loves cast iron. I feel like it almost makes my food messier. Like it has like a weird taste to it. It's not iron either. It's just the way that that pan is and how it's kind of hard to clean. It's like a labor of love, and I don't love it that much. Did we change or did the games change? That's a damn video title right there. The games change. Games have changed in a way because nowadays games don't die like they should. That's just the real like that's the real news right here. Games do not die the way they should to make room for new games to prosper. You have games like Overwatch 1, Overwatch 2, Apex, so on and so forth. They just last forever. And they've basically turned themselves into commodities and not so much a game anymore. It's not a game to be enjoyed, it's a business model to be maintained. How are the eggs? God tier. No stick. Everything's turning to live service. Everything wants to be a live service, but only a few live service games can actually exist at one time unless you do things unique enough, which they're not trying to do that. And then, yeah, keep in mind how live service games require a lot of money. A lot of money, because most of them are free to play. So players have to be constantly trying to funnel in money. It's almost as if you had a subscription service, but it was opt-in. There was never a recurring monthly payment, but the game companies are hoping that you do buy skins monthly at the minimum. I swear on cast iron for steaks. I won't cook a steak on any other kind of pan if I can avoid it. That's fair enough. Pareto, Pareto, Pareto distribution. 20% of games getting 80% of the customers. And part of it is hype. Like, I think that hype is hurting games more than players can possibly imagine. And sometimes games come out when they're not ready yet. Or games come out when the game's not ready. But what's worse is games come out when gamers aren't ready. Because there's games like WildStar that I still think is phenomenal for its time and would still be good today. But It came out at the wrong time. It came out whenever WoW was still really popular, and there wasn't that much market. There wasn't that much market to be shared. So, folks are going to give WildStar a chance whenever WildStar is a more skillful game that requires more effort to learn in the first place, when players can just play the game they're already used to. I quit EVE a couple years ago after playing since 03. The game's changed as much as I did, but I only have 5-10 hours a week for gaming these days, so I can't play anything too time intensive. That too. Even as someone that has time for games, because it's my job, kind of, there's a point where I don't want to spend forever playing games. That's why I don't stream that long most of the time. Like I don't stream for 8 hours anymore. I used to, but I'm like, man, there's so much more to life than just streaming a game. Like it's fun to do like a 4 hour stream. I feel like 4 hours is chill. 5 hours is kind of pushing it sometimes. But there's more to life than just playing games, even as a gaming creator. So I do like whenever games don't lock you into long matches. Like I don't like League because of how long you play a match for, man. An hour sometimes. It's ridiculous. Even Helldivers, I think 40 minutes is crazy. There's a better way of making a mission in Helldivers 2 more action-packed that it doesn't take 40 minutes. Like you can probably get more action in less time, easily. Am I dumb for thinking that vehicles in Helldivers 2 will change the game in a big and positive way? I don't think so. I think what folks are scared of is that vehicles will make it so missions get finished quicker, which will probably affect major orders and whatnot. I think that's the current fear from the developers. And you have players saying that missions or vehicles will make missions way too quick. Bro. Like, who cares? It's not fun walking around after a certain point. I feel like in Helldivers 2, the main thing isn't doing a 40-minute mission, it's how to do 3. I never do 3. I skip. I do only missions I want to do, and then I leave. But I'm not going to sign up for a freaking hour plus long operation. I refuse. Especially whenever an operation can have missions I don't want to do. Heck no, son. I haven't committed to an operation intentionally since the game came out. Like ever since like the first 2 weeks of the game being out, I stopped doing that. Does a major order make progress if you don't clear all 3? I think so. I think it's just based on experience. Last I heard, at least, it's weird. Like that stuff in Helldivers 2 is confusing, and I don't really have a clear answer. But last I heard, getting experience is how you contribute to major orders, which is why doing max difficulty can help the most if you have a decent squad to complete it in a quick time frame. I want player gunships. I'm a helicopter pilot at heart. I've been flying helicopters and gunships since Battlefield 2 at the Xbox port. Didn't they say they don't want to add flying? I think that Piles actually promised one of the lead engineers that he would never ask him to make a flying vehicle in the game. Oh, dude. Calling down the Obsidian tank from Helldivers 1 and Helldivers 2 would be fun. At this point, Helldivers 2 has so much more content they can add just from Helldivers 1 that it makes it enticing to keep playing. What are your favorite missions in Helldivers 2 and why? Purge hatcheries, nuke nursery, geological survey. The main reason why is they're hunter spawns most of the time. I think that hunter spawns are the most fun mission types in Helldivers 2 because you get the most kills. And getting kills versus the bugs is the most fun for me. Jetpack's my favorite, but it's not good. I like to go fast, Titanfall style, but it's very meh compared to supply pack or a backpack weapon strap. It's unfortunate. They should just make it flashy. They could do nothing else but make backpack flashy, and all of a sudden it becomes way cool. And yeah, big number of kills is more fun, man. Bots are the precise faction. Bugs should be the horde faction, where you kill them in droves. But the bugs seem tankier than the freaking bots in some cases, and it makes no damn sense. At all. It's funny. The game's almost balanced. It's almost balanced, but they keep making weird changes. Any mission that doesn't have battle spears, yeah, they're fun. Like maybe once every 10 missions. I think battle spears are chill, but there's a lot of missions that only give you battle spears for the most part, and those kind of suck. Bro, I'm currently dreaming of, even right now after eating all this food, I'm dreaming of a 4-quarter pound patty, 3 cheeses in between 4 patties on Texas toast burger. I gotta have it this week. Bro. I keep thinking about it. It's in my dreams. I'm almost done with all my food. Almost done. Which I eat way faster than this, but I'm talking to y'all. Hunter Siege is also the mission type. You can take a stalwart. And it feels like an A tier gun instead of a D tier. True, it makes it more fun. Also, David, thank you for the 10 and for all their donations, brother. I appreciate you. May sound monotone, but I do. Thank you very much. Also, David, do you want a coin? You've given me way too much money. I feel bad. If you're EU, I can try and mail you the coin. I don't know if it'll work, but I can try. Yes. On Discord, send me your address. I'll try and mail it. Because mailing-wise... Wait, I have no address over here, right? This is... Okay, here's my mailing setup. Look at this. We have this thing. I print these, which this is my post office. That's me, Odo725 AFM, so on and so forth. I got these stickers, all right? So this is the extra ounce. This is for non-machinable, okay? And then this, I just got these. These are Global Express Forever stamps. I'm pretty sure the way that works, I can put those stamps onto the coin pouch, which the coin pouch looks like this. Minus the, like, remove a bus, basically. But it has this, it has the person's mail goes right there. The coin goes inside, I tape it down. From what I understand, I can mail that, and it should be fine. What is your streaming gear? This is my phone, dude. I think my AC is leaking. You hear that? That's not good. I don't think that's good. Leaking or condensing? It could be condensing maybe. It just shut off, so maybe it's just hot outside or something. I don't know. Condensing normal? Okay, good. I am not a very handy man, and anything that sounds kind of off that I don't notice very often freaks me out. And the thought of having to replace an AC unit is very scary. No, but David, what do you mean by streaming gear? Because I don't really have like when it comes to like IRL content like this, it's just my phone. I technically I have a GoPro I could use, but it's an older GoPro, and I'm not sure how to set that up. So phone makes the most sense. Hopefully the audio is decent. If not, I'm sorry. Get HVAC certified and replace your own AC unit. Or I can get enough sponsorships and I can afford it that way with the big brand money. Which I did send an email to. I sent an email to Nvidia today, asking like, "Hey, I'm a creator. I would love some free stuff. I'll make a stream about it. I'll post a video about it. Please give me free stuff." Eating right makes eating wrong so much more special. Here's the weird part. Eating right for me has made eating certain food taste terrible. I don't enjoy things that are just like overly sweet, like overly sugary, rather. It's to the point that now I have Rice Krispie treats that I eat a lot of sometimes, but when I'm eating them, I know I don't actually like it that much after the first bite. But I consume them because they have sugar, and it like tricks me a little bit. But once I eat a lot of them, I'm like, man, I didn't like that as much as I thought I would. So my new plan, I'm gonna get some lightly salted rice cakes, and add PB Fit to that. Like put some water in PB Fit, mix it up, and that's my new pre-workout snack. Maybe one day I can stream a gym session, but I don't think I can because my gym's it's like a small gym, and the owner might not like that. True. I just buy sodas now after going straight water for a while. Soda's is a big one. I like diet soda a lot, but regular soda, it just makes me feel a certain way. And even donuts, man. There's certain times where if I eat one donut, it's pretty good. If I eat two, not a fan. And I could probably eat a whole box of donuts, but I just don't feel good doing it. Like I think when you eat certain foods, you'll recognize just how your body's craving for foods that are better for you. Like your body knows. It's like, hey man, this stuff isn't great. But if you're like always eating things that aren't the greatest for you, like I'm talking always, I feel like your body gets used to it. It's like those people that get to be 1,000 pounds, and I mean like literally 1,000 pounds. They're probably used to it, man. Like just chilling. Stream is fun. Gonna switch to headphones for Starship comms though. See you guys another time. Yo, Dylan, thanks for chilling, bro. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all hanging out. It was fun. Dr. Pepper Zero is pretty tasty for a diet soda. I'm trying to get ones that don't have caffeine. I think that Dr. Pepper does. And I have like this weird beef with sodas that do dyes. For instance, 7 Up, I'm pretty sure it doesn't have dyes in it, but Sunkist has Red 40. And I don't think Red 40 is going to kill me or nothing, but I don't think it needs to have a dye in the first place. Like, I don't care enough. But my favorite, also, Peep the Eggs. Yo, Peep the Egg carton stack. Oh. 18 eggs per carton, son. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 31 times 18 plus, I think, what is that? 8 times 12. I like eggs a lot. Eggs pretty good. Anywho. Oh, so this is why I recorded that one video I made eggs in the first time. The GoPro strapped to my head. I was like this. My name is Yip. That was the first... There was a hair on my screen. That was the first time. Anyway, back to the soda discussion. This is my current favorite soda of choice. 7 Up, 0 calorie. There's like a difference between zero sugar and then diet soda for some reason. So I do this. Boom. Hello? Boom. It's caffeine free, as we can see. 7 Up, zero sugar, lemon lime soda, flavored with other natural flavors. Okay, sure. I don't trust you. And I don't believe there's any food dye. There's aspartame. That's fine though. I don't really care. But like I said, Sunkist has red 40. I don't care how it looks. If it all looked clear and tasted different, cool. Like I don't care about the freaking color, man. Didn't think 7 Up had caffeine to begin with. See, I never know. Like some zero sugar sodas have caffeine, and it's hard to know for sure. In fact, the ones that say they're caffeine free are the only ones you know they don't have caffeine. Company called Buddy makes caffeine free soda with no artificial colors. Is it diet though? Red soda is HP potion. Diet. Huh. Buddy. Caffeine's a mild fat burner. It is, but I just don't really want. I feel like caffeine doesn't do a whole lot for me in the first place. But I also just don't really need caffeine. I function really good. I function good without it. But there are some potential health benefits of taking caffeine, although a lot of folks take way too much caffeine. It's excessive. Like my brother and my dad are examples of that. I think they both have at least 400 milligrams a day. And they have caffeine after 3 p.m., which you're not supposed to do. Because caffeine has a half-life that is roughly 5 hours, I think. So it'll be in your system for at least 5 hours or something like that. Oh, bubbly is... Oh, you say bubbly or buddy? I'm dumb. You said bubbly. Gotcha. Bubbly is flavored seltzer. I like Fresca. I think Fresca is like a great flavored seltzer water. Yeah, coffee. Well, my dad does Celsius and coffee. My brother does coffee and energy drinks. They do both. And my brother does a freaking dark coffee. I'm talking like, I think they call it blackout coffee or something like that, or dark silk. He does that every day. And I'm just like, brother, you are messing up. You have fried your caffeine receptors or whatever you want to call it. Red makes you go faster. I paint all my boys red so we go faster. Speaking of faster, Fanta. I can't get freaking Fanta drinks, man. I want Diet Fanta and my store doesn't have any. People complain about not being able to afford certain things or not being able to save, and then they go out and spend $6 on Starbucks multiple times a day, every single day. True. It is absurd how the small things in your life add up to become these monumental barriers that are hard to overcome. And that goes for almost all things. If you're calorically dense, if you're fat, you're probably eating too much and don't even know it. If you don't have a lot of money, you probably would, but you're spending it on things that you shouldn't. Like folks that are making $80,000 to $90,000 a year still consider themselves poor because they're spending on things they don't need to. And I'm saying that from like my brother. He owns 2 houses. He has 2 vehicles, 4 kids, and he's the only person working within like his relationship. Like his wife doesn't work, but she takes care of the kids. He does not make 100 grand a year. He makes like 90K. But he can afford these things because he doesn't spend money on stuff he doesn't really need too often. He still buys things that he probably shouldn't necessarily, but people gotta live a little bit these days. There's just definitely a point where people are they're overindulging on stuff that doesn't contribute to their enjoyment in life, and it's more so making them a consumer of these products that they don't need to consume in the first place. Like Starbucks, I don't know, man. Like that's the thing you shouldn't go to every day. Unless you have the expendable income, in which case go crazy. Then you have folks, people that buy fast food and get delivered. Buying fast food in the first place is expensive. You could eat healthier options and it'd be expensive too, but it'd probably be a bit cheaper realistically. It'd just take more time to make. But the folks that not only buy fast food, they get it delivered to their house. I was that person for a bit. That is ridiculously expensive. It's like $30 to get $15 of fast food delivered. You're paying twice the price. That's crazy. So do that once a week. Pretty expensive. Do that twice a week. It keeps adding up. But it's hard to know because these are all things that people do once in a day and they're not looking out, they're not scoping out to see the bigger picture. It requires a level of a level of self-awareness that a lot of folks don't really have. But it's how it goes. It's a learning curve though. As long as folks are open to the idea of improvement, that's all that matters. And these days, it's better to make the mistakes and learn from it than to not make them at all, because eventually you might make it anyway. $15 of fast food, so you're only getting a children's meal with a small soda. That's how it feels, man. Yeah, there's some folks that they'll make healthy meals on TikTok, for instance, and then you have folks in the comments going, "That's so expensive. You made eggs, potatoes, and maybe a salsa to go on the side with vegetables. That's so expensive." Huh? If I go to Whataburger right now, which I like Whataburger a little bit, it's going to cost me $12 to get a burger and fries. I'm a grown boy. $12. And that's just one meal. Now, I could instead go out and buy 2 pounds of grass-fed, grass-finished ground beef for $12, but that's 2 pounds versus a half pound. Goulash. I'm a big fan of goulash, man. I showed my crock pot. My crock pot has a bunch of water in it. What I do, so I cook my goulash, right? And then I put water in it so it can like sort of get at the stuff that's caked on there and I can clean it the next day. So this is water. It's fine. It's fine. But crock pot, it's a bit dirty. It's fine. I recommend folks get crock pots. They're life-changing. Still water? I'm gonna clean it. I'm not gonna drink that. Listen. Still water's only a problem if you're gonna drink the freaking water. I'm not drinking that water. That water is going into the sink, down the drain, to be used by someone else to drink. Not me. I'm not drinking the crock pot water. We're fine. It is funny though, man. It's funny how impulsive decisions can be so impactful. It's almost like the idea of thinking to like overthinking is such a crutch. Or no, it's such a crux. Something like that. It's bad for me. The fountain of youth, crock water. Crock water is a good name though. That's a good name for some kind of a brand. All right, so I tend to have like 4 of these a day. It's a problem. But apparently you can drink somewhere you can drink upwards of 50 or 40 at least diet sodas and not see any negative effects. Apparently. So I think 4 is fine. Crockpot soups are great though. I used to toss that nonsense into the pot at the start of the day and then have a hot soup ready when I got home from work. Yes, sir. No, yeah, you can drink like 40 a day. In one of the studies they did on rats though. But I think that 4 a day is fine for me. And if not, it'll be negligible in terms of detrimental effects. Such a water waster. It's fine. I'd waste more water trying to keep the water on while scrubbing that pan. Couldn't force more than 12? Oh no, I'm not drinking 40. I'm drinking 4. I probably wouldn't drink more than like 6 in a day unless I was really trying to for fun or for a challenge of like weird proportions. But I think we're good. Recommended carbs to pair with eggs. I suggest potatoes. You can do rice too. The kidney damage. Think of the kidneys. They're completely fine, bro. 4 sodas a day is fine. I'm a very active individual. This is also mostly water. But yeah, carbs for eggs. Potatoes are they're more satiating. They have more micronutrients than rice. But rice tastes pretty good with eggs. So I do potatoes or sweet potatoes or rice. Hearing you say you drink 4 a day makes you go ew. They're zero sugar, dude. Zero sugar. See that? What's happening here? Cooking channel. I did cook. I think the VOD will be a thing. It went pretty well actually. I still gotta clean all the pans. I'm normally done eating by now. Like I probably cook the meal and eat it all in like a max of 30 minutes. We've been here like 2 hours. Sweet potatoes over normal potatoes. I like, so I used to not like sweet potatoes, but now I kind of like them a little bit. But reg potatoes just hit diff for rant. Grew up with soda. What is water? I thought till 25. I grew up drinking, dude. I drank so much soda as a kid. One of the things that I really wish that they could invent a time machine just for me to go back in time and tell myself to not drink so much soda. Honestly, really, like realistically, I wish I could go back in time and just tell my younger self to just eat more whole foods because when you're developing your body as a youngster, those are some pretty important years to be eating decent food. You develop, what is it, like 45% of your bone mass in your adolescence or teenage years or something like that. So calcium is a pretty big deal. I feel like my bone mass is decent, but yeah, I wish that I could have just known more about nutrition as a kid. Because it's one of those things you can't really get back. I drank so much soda and sweet tea until I passed a kidney stone. Never again. Yeesh. I drink water as well. So I'm doing okay in that regard. Like I drink probably at least 72 ounces of water a day. Or no, 32. At least 96 ounces of water a day, minimum. Off topic, what made you stop playing the finals? Have you checked out season 4? I lost interest. Like it happens to me with certain games. I'll play it, I'll enjoy it for a bit, and then I just kind of lose interest. And at a certain point, it's kind of hard to go back to certain games for some reason. It's almost like I want to just move on to the next bigger, better thing. Maybe not even bigger, but just better. The finals, I played most classes. I ended up going pretty crazy with heavy with the goo gun and sledgehammer, which was really fun. But then at a certain point, I just like this is the same old thing. I got kind of bored. Bro ignored my message. You bring me great pain. I've had kidney stones twice and gallstones once. Don't say these things. Heavy with goo gun and sledge is too funny to see them guys running to their lives to get every. It gets me every time. It was so funny. Also, shout out to Water, the original gamer fuel, always king. Man, I feel kind of bad about like these days. Being a gamer kind of sucks because gamers they get marketed to in the worst way possible. Hey guys, get you some G Fuel, some gamer fuel. You really need that caffeine when you're sitting there doing gaming sessions, right? You need to have that for your 10-hour gaming session, dude. Gotta lock in. I might try and reach out to a freaking nutrition solutions company. G Fuel. Hey, yo. We don't talk about Raid Shadow Legends like that, okay? Raid may become a staple in this community, aka a sugar daddy of sorts, because if they're paying, hey, I'm accepting. I will take cash or credit, Mizwar Raid Shadow Legends. For real? So there's certain sponsorships where it's like you have to recognize what's actually happening. Raid is a sponsorship that people take because it pays bills, or it can. And I think that it's one of those things that folks should recognize is only being taken not because folks actually like the game. I love it, it's super good, but because it's just like a common thing, and they have money to send out. Apparently, I'm not sure how they're making money. I really don't understand how they make money, but whatever. Like, surely people aren't paying to play that game, right? Surely. Realistically, though, if I can get other sponsorships, I won't take it. Like, I'm not trying to make the most money imaginable. I'm just trying to make more money than I currently make. Because what I make right now, it could be better, you know? So if I have to at the moment, I'll definitely take a Raid sponsorship. Ideally, I'd rather take Logitech. I use their mouse. I use their mouse all the time. Maybe a different keyboard company. Nvidia for graphics cards. AMD for their CPU. A nutrition company, Nutrition Solutions, maybe Factor for food, Ec- Echovision because well they don't sponsor me yet. I'm just an affiliate, but I want to get sponsorships from companies that I actually use their products of and actually care about because those are way cooler to do. They're more fun and meaningful. But Raid, hey man, it is what it is, folks. Now G Fuel, I would have taken one from them a long time ago because they were doing a collaboration with Remnant 2. Before Helldivers 2, I played a bunch of Remnant 2, and I was pretty good. The channel did pretty well at that game too. And G Fuel hit me up and they said, hey man, we want to do a collaboration. What's your rate? I gave them my rate, and they were like, cool, we'll send you over some products and we'll get back to you on when we're going to actually do the collaboration. And I was like, great. So they sent me 4 tubs of their stuff and a box from Remnant 2, which I saw on my floor. I even had my family try out all the stuff too. But they sent me this. Remnant 2, woo! It came with a Remnant 2 shaker, which it's not high quality. It's like kind of just glued on there, as you can see. And they gave me like 4 different like 15 serving flavors, and they gave me 1 tub, which is this, like the collaboration flavor. It was Mud Tooth Tonic. 15 calories for this, 40 servings. Nutrition facts. How much caffeine, son? Yeah, how much they make it so hard to find how much caffeine they put into these things. I don't know why. It's honestly annoying as hell. Energy, focus, endurance. You're playing a video game. Calm down. Reaction. Okay. We have some claims being made. Haven't played new DLC. I haven't played the new DLCs outside of the old ones. Other ingredients: maltodextrin, citric acid, pineapple fruit powder, sucralose, FD&C red number 40, FD&C blue number 1. Lit, bro. Yeah, so I'm actually kind of glad that sponsorship fell through because I don't use Gfuel. I don't use it. But that's an example of how you'll have folks that take sponsorships for things they don't even plan to use in the first place. And I have done that. And Raid is an example of a sponsorship I would take that is like that. I do use Echovision. Just saying, every single day. Also, maybe we can get sponsored by Big Yolk for eggs. Do you use caffeine? Nope, I do not. In fact, I want to get a stem-free pre-workout from Echovision. It's called Satori 4.0. I want to see if that changed my life or not. Most folks they get caffeine stem they get stem pre-workouts. I'll look into that one and see if it's good or not because I don't take caffeine. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink drinks that have caffeine, or at least I try not to. And if I do, it's usually like maybe 20 milligrams or 40 milligrams max. So we'll see. I might make a video talking about my supplements. I don't know. Stim is the caffeine, as far as I know. Like stim is like a stimulant, and caffeine is a stimulant. Stim free usually means there's no caffeine. How would a pre-workout without any caffeine work? Like why not just drink water? Because there's nootropics and whatnot. There's also things that don't have caffeine that can still stimulate you a little bit. Cooking stream? You missed it. I made eggs. And I also had frozen vegetables that weren't frozen anymore because I steamed them. And I had 3 hash browns. If I had both hands, I could have showed you guys how to count calories. It's really easy too. Actually, I need both hands. I need a different camera so I can record my phone. Peak content. It's kind of cool. I'm glad folks like it. Did you get already some other sponsorship requests? No, I have not. When it comes to sponsorships, I basically have to ask for them. And I have to ask in a way that makes it enticing for people to want to work with me in the first place. Which maybe there's like a way to sell it and say, hey, I'm a creator, I get X amount of views per video, I can do a stream for certain topics and get 200, 400 viewers. That's good to companies. I should probably lead with that, honestly. But it comes down to asking, and I'm not a businessman. It's weird because I chose content creation, and content creation is the art of sales, essentially. You're always trying to sell yourself when it comes to your videos. Hey guys, click my video. Please, click it. It's worth it. Trust me. And that's why you have like clickbait and whatnot, and folks that lie about videos because it works, or it can work. And the other part about the content creation and sales space is sponsorships, which is where you want to get your money from. Because relying on ad revenue is tragic. It actually sucks. And I rely on ad revenue, which sucks. Maybe these sponsors don't like the voice thing you have to do. Who knows? No, they don't. These sponsorship companies, they don't look at your content. They don't like analyze your content. They look at your overall video views, demographic, and they maybe look at the sentiment towards you as a creator. If there's like anything in that space happening. What up, Learn? My trick to make eggs is to heat a pan to 210 Fahrenheit so the eggs don't stick. I get mine in the Leiden frost effect. Whenever the water makes a droplet, when the water can glide across the surface of a stainless steel pan, then it's usually pretty decent. And once that happens, I turn down the heat so it doesn't burn the eggs much. Pop the stem mint syringe? No. I don't mess with Gfuel or sugary drinks, but I would immediately buy a can of Ozpoo's Pro Juice branded Gfuel or Mountain Dew. What is Ozpoo's? Ozpoo's. That's a strange name for a brand. Look like a history teacher because I'm white, bro. I look like anyone ever. I look like Andrew Robertson. I sound like Aculite sometimes, apparently. I look like who's another guy I look like? I have a list on my PC somewhere. Your trick to eggs is to add diced tomatoes for moisture. So the eggs I make now, I freaking love. I think a while back I used to not like eggs that much. Cooking on Teflon pans was not my thing, and they would always come out weird. On the stainless steel pan, they come out fluffy, and they're just freaking good, dude. You look like the Dauntless content creator I used to watch. Then they made Remnant 2 content. You forgot the lore, dude. I went from Dauntless content to I think it was Overwatch 2 content and then Remnant 2 content. Just want to say I don't think folks give you enough credit for how prophetic you are about your meta and balanced predictions. That's what I'm saying, bro. But hey, it is what it is. What kind of work would you get into if the streamer, YouTuber stuff ever got stale or stopped being motivating for you to do? I don't know. I think about that often. Because right now, realistically, I should be posting on TikTok every day. I should post a video on YouTube every day, but I don't. Because I don't know what to post. And I think about it, I'm like, man, my brother has a job. He's a diesel mechanic, so he went to a trade school, he got a good job. He has 2 houses, 2 cars, 4 kids, a wife. I live in one of the houses that he owns. I pay him rent. So there's that. I pay him a little extra on what he asked me to. It'd be nice too. But I'm just like, man, there's more I could be doing in my life, but at the same time, I enjoy what I do. Kind of. It's just tough. I think I'm overly reliant on games. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. If you want something, you can make it happen. My brother made it happen. And that's one thing too I thought about. I thought about like what is the real benefit of the content I make? Because I look back at my old videos and most of them it's like whatever. It's like it's chill. But the most impactful things I've seen people say about my content is it helped me like the Dawes content. Someone said that they watched it and it just helped them because they're in like a dark place. Like that's helpful. That means that I'm actually benefiting somebody. And I think like the health stuff I think is cool because that is a direct impact on people that want to listen to it. But it's a weird like I'm in a weird spot with content creation because I feel like I'm so tied to games that if the game isn't doing well, my content doesn't do well either. And it's weird to find a way to break out of that. TikTok is a solution if I just put the work in and post about random topics and talk about random topics because that's what other folks do and they pop off. And I can yap. And I think it's a matter of just doing it until you see results. Does your browser wife hate you for cutting their bottom line with a reduced rent? No. Oh, my brother's wife. No. I think I pay the price you charge someone else. Or maybe I don't. No, I don't. I pay 1800 bucks a month in rent. I think he was charging the last guy 1700. Whatever happened to stay the course of not submitting to Raid Shadow Legends? I've seen too many channels. I like start accepting their sponsorships. 'Tis dark times when that happens. But how is it dark times? Like accepting a Raid sponsorship is just you getting more money for a game that people recognize isn't very good. Like I feel like that's an example of accepting a sponsorship that's like worth accepting. I think it's dark times if you accept gambling sponsorships. Raid is kind of like gambling in a sense, but not really. Like if you see me accept like a, I don't even know gambling companies, so I can't give you names for gambling companies. But accepting those sponsorships, that's not good. Accepting cigarette sponsorships, if they even do those, not ideal. Freaking vape companies, not ideal, not for me. Like there's certain companies that if I accept then like I'm 100% selling out. But Raid, I I don't agree with that. I think that Raid's, it's not ideal for sure, but it's just if they want to give you money, I think accept it. It's hard out there to make a living in YouTube, so I say it's fair game. The thing is, people don't understand how little you make on a video. Like unless you're like maybe unless you have a crazy RPM, you are not making much money as a gaming creator. For instance, to give you guys some quick math, if you are a gaming creator, chances are your RPM falls between $1 to $5 per thousand views. So all you have to do to figure out how much a creator makes in some instances is divide their views by 1,000 and then multiply it by 1 through 5. Right now my RPM is $1.93, so we'll say $2. 2,000 views divided by 1,000. If math is not this hard, wait. 2,000 views divided by 1,000 would be 2 times 2, $4. So if I get 10,000 views divided by 2,000, that'd be 5 times 2. I make $10 on 10,000 views. That sounds so confusing. Bro, I'm not bad at math, I promise you, but what the hell am I even saying? RPM's confusing, actually. It shouldn't be that confusing. It's kind of confusing. But yeah, you don't make a whole lot of money on videos. I feel like, oh, a better way is, okay, like this. 200,000 views at a dollar RPM is $200. That's how you do it. That's the math. That's way easier. So some videos I have got pretty decent RPM, which is 4. So like let's say I have a video that has 200,000 views at a $4 RPM, that's $800. That's pretty cool. But some of those videos I spent 3 or 4 days making. $800 is pretty cool, but that's before taxes. So $800 divided by 30%, $500 roughly. That's how much I made out of 4 days of work. More than 10 hours each day too. And the thing is, next video could maybe get me 10K views, which would be $20 at $2 RPM. So sponsorships they're mandatory. If you're a gaming content creator and you want to actually make a living, you gotta take sponsorships. And I don't take those, and I'm very lucky I still make content. I think for some time now, Meta on YouTube was doing shorts content, but it seems it has changed a bit again. It'll be back to making shorts content. They're releasing a thing that you can post 3-minute shorts. When that happens, could be crazy. To be honest, my shitty work pays $1,700 a month after tax, 60 hours per month. There are jobs that are not ideal to be working. They don't pay you as much as you might want. But content creation, Bren, there's some months where I was making... Yeah, there's some months I'd worked like work. There are times where I'm actually working. There's times where I'm not. I'm just playing games. When I first did content creation, I'd play games for like 300 hours in a month and make less than $100. Do you do much outside of streaming / gaming? Not really. There was times where I'd do like side things, like I'd go babysit, I'd go watch some dogs, and they'd pay pretty well. But generally, I try to just do content creation. There's times where I edit videos for people too, but it like happened maybe like twice. I got paid pretty well, but I like making my own content. I just have to find a way to make my own content work for me better. I think the answer is sponsorships because you can get sponsored by companies and actually not get many views and make so much damn money. It makes no sense. Like there's folks on TikTok that are very transparent about their sponsorships. I get more views than they do, which does not mean I deserve sponsorships and they don't. It's just I get more views if that's the thing that matters. And they make a lot of damn money, son. I would take a quarter of what they make and be just happy. It's cool to live in the dream, though. It is, but it's far more stressful than people think. Because the dream is only the dream when you're the top 1%. Until you're the top 1%, the dream is almost a nightmare. It has its perks, but it is definitely stressful. There's been many a night where I sit there thinking, how am I going to pay rent? Not recently, but definitely it's been a thing that happened. And the dream almost happens after tons of restless nights. Do you have a dog? No. I want one though. I think. You're so cute. Respectfully. Thank you. I see all the content creators hopping on D4 right now because that's what FOMO. But imagine playing D4. Well, if D4 sponsored a stream, I'll be on it. I saw what's his face? Creator. You guys know who Creator is? The Australian dude. He got sponsored to play it. I would take that sponsorship in a heartbeat. In fact, it's to the point that I should probably stop trash talking games and just be more reserved. That way I can get more sponsorships. Because folks got sponsored to play Ravens Watch. Folks got sponsored to play a bunch of games. Now, they pull in way more numbers than I do, so it makes sense. But it'd be cool to be more of a variety streamer that actually pulls in the numbers that people look for sponsorship. Do you have any guns? I have a Glock. I would probably get more guns if I stumble upon more money. But guns are like the least of my worries right now. 100 liked. Thank you. That's the thing. Zarian, the PoE content creator, gets to trash talk the games he's sponsored for, but he has huge viewer base. Yeah. It's the point that people know it's going to happen. Get more guns when Helldivers sort their shit out. Like I was saying, man, if I was smart, I would have messaged companies when Helldivers 2 was popping off, like the first week, essentially, and been like, hey, I'm getting views. Please give me money. Now, Helldivers 2 it's not falling off. The game is still doing fine. It's getting like 20,000, even 20,000 players a day is crazy for a game, realistically. But my viewership for videos has fallen off a bit, so my bargaining power goes down. But like I mentioned earlier, what I do is like content creation is sales. Content creation is you being a salesman and also your own videographer. That's what it is. Asmongold is paid to not talk about games. He has some pretty interesting takes. I'll say that much sometimes. Also get a 1911 like a real man. I'm kidding. I think I'd like one. Gun-wise, I want to get some kind of a bolt-action sniper. Just because Call of Duty way back when. I forget what it was called exactly, but there's a couple I'm looking... Or a couple that I've thought of getting. But definitely more handguns. I need to get a better concealed carry holster. Content creation is a sales job near the product. Yep. It is very interesting. I also want to get more knives, bro. Knives are... but the first thing I ever collected was knives. I was a really youngster. A really young youngster. And I had a pretty big interest in knives. Not sure why. Oh, there's a rug in his closet? No. What up, Yeti? Hence quotations, but it's always commendable to be going for your dreams. Not everyone is that lucky or has that confidence. It's honestly, more than anything, going for your dreams, luck is involved for sure. But I think that luck is only involved for the folks that get like the instant success. Like some people, it takes them a year to go for their dreams and it just works out. Other people, they might get a little lucky at first and then they kind of just fall off like I did with Dauntless essentially, but they keep going. I just keep going because I think it'll work out eventually. But make 2 channel about guns? Nah, YouTube hates guns. Plus, I don't have enough to even do that in the first place. My family has some guns though, so technically I could maybe do it if I wanted to, but I don't think the guns are the play. I feel like guns would also make it bad for sponsorships on my main channel. Was Doe a delinquent in school? Nope. I was a very good kid. Oof. Only deadlift. Sorry to hear that, but glad you're preserving. I went for my dreams and broke my spine. Still going? How'd you do that? Bought a Remington 700 because it was my favorite sniper in COD 4. Decent investment because I got into hunting shortly after. That's dope. Yeah, I remember the Remington 700 back in Call of Duty. Yeah, Call of Duty 4. Yep. Mine was, I think it was the M4 101. Not the assault rifle, but there's like a sniper variant. I forget exactly what it was called, but that's one I liked a lot in COD. You started doing thumbnails or got a good system worked out now? I still don't like making thumbnails, but my system's better than it was. Do you wear contacts or only glasses? Only glasses. Never contacts. There are times where I'm lifting though, and I'm doing laying down leg curls, which is mildly sus in the first place, and the glasses have to come off because they're like sliding down my face. Did you get bullied back then? No. Nope. I've always had broad shoulders, and for some reason folks thought I could fight, so they didn't really pick on me. I saw those creepy videos with chicks having old contact lenses stuck inside their eyes. I've heard that happen like once or twice, but that's not why I don't wear contacts. I just don't wear them because I feel like glasses are just way easier. Are you short or farsighted? I don't know exactly. I think that I'm nearsighted. Right, I can't see things that are that far away. Does YouTube hate guns? Demolition Ranch makes millions of views, but I don't know if YouTube disables ads on his videos. Also, they get gun sponsorships every video. YouTube itself, I believe, does not like guns. It's kind of like YouTube also is apparently going to be cracking down on fitness content. That's a bit of a oversimplification. But YouTube they're strict on certain things, and guns is one of the things. I'm not sure to what extent. I don't post gun content, so I don't know for sure. But I can guarantee you there's some things that YouTube creators that post gun content have to deal with that folks like me don't. Opinions on those who say they want glasses, they don't. Glasses are a hassle, man. Because imagine you break your glasses and now you can't see. That would suck. Make a podcast. This isn't dude, a podcast is you talking to a wall. And today we're talking about how I made eggs in the stove and there's no chat. I don't think, at least. Or can podcasts have a chat? I think that, what's his face? Ocho Cinco and Shannon Sharp. I think they do a live stream podcast. I don't have enough life experience to make a podcast though. I don't think. Can we see the eggs? I ate them. I can show you my egg cartons again, I guess. This is where all the eggs in the world go to die. Wait. egg death. Fatality. Make a podcast, but you invite Gliz Divers is that name sounds worse than Glaze Divers. Gliz is a weird name to say. What's funny is that's not even like that stack would be twice as high, but I usually give the oh wait no, that's actually never mind. I need to recycle those cartons. Bro doesn't have to work in a warehouse on the weekend. He's got a pallet of egg cartons already. I mean, maybe you kidnap a new viewer every 10 minutes for the broadcast to get chat in. Yeah, my thing is I don't really have enough to talk about from my own life experience. Like there's things that I obviously lived a life that I'm content with, but nothing that crazy to talk about, I guess. Because I always sit there and I overthink things. Whereas if I'm responding to a comment, it's a way easier to respond to and just like say something. Like right now, read a comment, respond. Easy. The glazing is not just in Helldivers. I noticed it in other game discords too. It's definitely in other games as well. Helldivers 2 has it bad though. I think that Helldivers 2 has it bad, and honestly, Space Marine 2 has it probably just as bad. Thick Flight's a podcast with chat. Well, that's just a live stream. But like I said, like I could probably just do that. That could work. Honestly, I like doing that the most. These days, I basically abduct viewers. I do a stream, and the stream's on Helldivers 2, but I'm not here to talk about Helldivers 2, bro. Like, right now, it's not like that, but yesterday, for instance, the most overpowered weapon is Railgun, which I do think is true for automatons. It's Railgun and recoilless rifle. But I know if I do a Helldivers 2 stream, I'll get people in the chat to talk. It's not to make money. It's not to do anything else but to have folks to freaking talk to. Otherwise, I do a stream on like a game that I'm not really like known for, and it's not as fun to stream that game in the first place. So I basically have to stream Helldivers 2 and then switch to a different game to have an active chat. And it is what it is. Like, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that's what has to happen. For social creatures. Yep. Another weird and funny thing about me that I've noticed about like the social creature aspect, when I go see my family, my brother, his wife, his kids, my mom, my dad, whoever, I'm always like, man, I want to make more money so I can do this more often. And I feel so motivated in that moment. And the second I get home, I'm just like, what in the hell would I even do? Like, what do I post? What kind of content do I make to try and achieve this goal of wanting to make more money to see my family more often? And it's not even really in action. I don't know where to start. That's the annoying part. I just don't know what to do. Because half my gaming views these days are negative, and negativity isn't ideal. It's tough. The captive audience. Dude, I am kidnapping the audience. They're not captives. They're not captivated. They're captive. They aren't captivated. They're in captivity. That's a strat. How you doing? I'm doing good. It's difficult to come up with things that haven't already been done. You don't have to, though. I know that. I know that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. In fact, it's better not to. Honestly, I'm just making excuses. I should just do something. Because when it comes to content creation on TikTok, for instance, the strategy, the meta, you record someone else's video, you play their video for the first 5 seconds of your video, or the whole thing, who cares? And then you talk about it. That's like the TikTok meta right now. Or talk about trending topics. Hurricane Milton. Lieutenant Dan and Hurricane Milton. Have you all seen Lieutenant Dan in a boat this big? He gonna die. It's just doing that, but those are things I just don't care about. I gotta either learn to care or learn how to fake caring or something. Just whack them videos out every day and post polls. Post polls. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just have to make a good wheel. Yep. Sounds like choice paralysis, like having 10,000 different choices for ranch dressing makes you paralyzed. It's kind of like that. Top 10 deep thought moments. I be having, dude, I have so many deep thoughts a day and I still don't get anywhere. It drives me nuts. Like there's times where I sit there after the day is almost over. It's like 9 p.m. my time. I'm like, man, I should probably stream. Again, not to make money. Like the streams, I don't view the streams as a money maker. It's more just like a thing I do because I enjoy it. And maybe I can make the stream into a video, and that's like a double whammy. Like I'll have fun streaming, and then I'll make it in a video, and like that'll get like ad revenue and whatnot. I'll just sit there pondering, like, should I stream? I probably should. Well, if I don't stream, well, if I do stream, I'll probably have a good time. And I usually have a good time. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do. Ever getting to the point where you can pay an editor, right? I mean, I can when games are doing better. Like Helldivers 2 right now, like so this time of year, RPM is terrible, and Helldivers 2 views are not doing the greatest. So I could probably pay an editor, but even then, like an editor, I've been debating on getting a TikTok editor, honestly, because now we're gonna have TikTok and YouTube Shorts, and you can just repost from TikTok to YouTube Shorts. That's what I'm probably gonna do, honestly, because people like their preferred platforms. It's almost like Twitch and YouTube, for instance. YouTube, I think, is a much better platform to view, but the community and the chat experience on Twitch is way better, so people will stay there for that reason. So ideally, I should be dual streaming. Another thought to have. You ever thought of putting negativity into a positive shell? I don't know how to do that. Take your critical points and make a positive change video without negativity. What do you mean? Ow. Stream on Mixer? Where's my $40 million bag first? Have you ever heard of the channel Legal Mindset? I got the best advice from him recently. Imperfect action is better than inaction. You know, I've been hearing it's like imperfect action is better than perfect action. Inaction is like it's in the same vein. Because a lot of people, it's not so much inaction, it's more so people want to get the thing perfect. They want to make it the right move as good as they can. But just doing something at all is better. But in my situation, I don't know what to do. Like, I know I should be doing something. I know there's so many things to do, but I don't know what to do. Carrot and stick. That is some motivation right there. I noticed it everywhere. For example, the best exercise. Well, yeah, the best anything in terms of like videos does well. Oh, I know what you mean. Like people look for it's like people looking for a way to lose weight, and they're always looking for like the secret sauce. Like this beetroot ground into some dirt, mixed with some mayonnaise and onions, is gonna change your life. It's a big old fat burner. People don't like the mundane answers to their problems sometimes. Just tell me this very simply, an obvious question. Do you truly love Helldivers 2? No. I did it first, but ever since that first update, no. Twitch is good for early growth, but long term, you grow slow. YouTube, it's hard to get early growth, but it's better in the long run. YouTube does pick up steam a bit, but YouTube's also weird in the sense that they kind of want you to make multiple channels, and I don't want to do that. Like, I generally don't want to have more than one channel if I can help it. If I post cooking content, I want to post it on this channel. If I post lifting content, I want to post it on this channel. The only exception is if I had like an editor and I maybe had them post that stuff somewhere else. Maybe. But multiple channels, I just feel like it defeats the purpose of being a creator in the first place. Like, you'll see people that have like 4 silver play buttons and a gold play button. I'm just like, what the You're the same person. Like, what? Have you streamed on Twitch before? Yeah. I'm a partner on Twitch. 40,000. I used to have 40K followers, I think. Maybe 30K now? I don't know. Cooking stream, we already had it. It's in the VOD, I think. Teacher thing for giving positive feedback to people's is what went well and EBI, even better if. www and EBI. What went well and even better if. So you're saying just like, instead of having the Oreo method where you have good, bad, good, I just do good, better. I don't get why YouTube does this multi-channel encouragement in the first place. I don't like it, man. I feel like it's just counterintuitive to what I think the platform should be for. I noticed the channels that make it big usually go through the horror game phase. I'm playing Alien Isolation right now. I played it yesterday and it went pretty well. Folks enjoyed it. I've streamed on both. In the same 4-year period, my Twitch was 20K followers and 60 viewers. YouTube was 300K and 220 viewers. That's the thing too, is Twitch is in a funny spot where Twitch folks can make so much money off just the community giving subs and whatnot, which I don't want to make my money from viewers. Not because I think that viewers are poor, or it's not like a possibility. I just wish, like, I think that companies is the wave. But in saying that, there are a lot of folks that make so much money off their community. I think his name is like Mactic. He's a Warframe streamer, I believe. And he does not get the crazy amount of views that someone might expect, but his gifted subs is crazy. Now, in saying that, gifted subs is folks that give 30% of the revenue to Twitch, if not 50. And in his case, it's like probably like 30. But Twitch, even though folks might get low viewership, you can probably get decent sub money in some cases. So as a creator, that's a factor, I guess. But I've noticed the same thing about Twitch, where I have 30K, 40K followers on Twitch. I do a stream there. I get 30 viewers. Granted, I don't stream there often, so I don't build up the constant content that people are looking for. YouTube I like because, see, the thing I love about YouTube is I post other content. I post videos. I posted shorts. And so if I do a live stream, all those videos will have my live icon on them, and folks can see like, oh, Doe's live. I'll click this. And it shows folks I'm still alive. Like Twitch, if I don't stream for a month, folks might be like, oh, he must be gone. Hey, Dad, brother. This live? No. I never do live content anymore. It's all AI-generated, pre-recorded nonsense. Good night, guys. Thanks for the eggs in chat. Yo, Daniel, have a good night. Also, having more channel makes it easier for the algorithm to recommend you to more people. Yeah, that's true. It gives you more chances to be recommended. If you post like 10 videos on one channel in a day, not ideal. If you posted 10 videos across 4 different channels, you could do more with that. Isn't there a Streamlabs or something to have a way for people to donate directly? There is, but on Twitch, people like to donate subs because you get emotes and whatnot. You get like a benefit. It's imagine, like, you know, like those the Save the Dog donation things where it's like, you could donate today and we'll give you this exclusive gift. It's kind of like that when it comes to Twitch. You can gift subs or sub yourself and you get a bonus, which is the emotes. Whereas if you donate, people appreciate it for sure, but that donation is, once it's done, gone with the wind. Gifting a sub or subbing, you have an icon and you get emotes. So there's more notoriety. YouTube was telling me this live ended 20 minutes ago. I was so confused. YouTube's weird. I think it was like a glitch where it like told me it disconnected too. Can we just go back to the Meridia days? Oh, and Helldivers 2? Yeah, we need like a different we need different scenery, bro. We need Meridia, Crimsica, and a few others. Trondor. Nobody dropping thousands of dollars on donos on a random dude stream just because he has pretty face. My friend has some insane donators on our streams. One dude's a doctor in Turkey and drops around 1,000 subs per month. No, but there are folks that do that though. Deadlift, I'm telling you. YouTube or like even content in general is crazy like that, where you have folks that appreciate content that much and they have the income. Hopefully they have the income, because the worst thing imaginable is you have folks that give you money and they don't really have money to give. I don't want anyone to do that for anyone. Like if you don't have the money, don't give it. It's not worth it. Because realistically speaking, what happens is you give someone money and they appreciate it in the moment and they'll probably remember it for a little bit, but it's not worth anyone having financial problems because they gave a streamer $1,000, for instance. But there's folks that can afford it and they give like a lot. How much is 100 subs? 100 subs on YouTube, it depends on the person. For me, it's $300. On Twitch, it's $600 now, because each sub is $6. If you're subbing on mobile and gifting on mobile on Twitch, it's now $800. Yeah, it's $8 a sub on mobile, $6 on Twitch, and on YouTube you can make your own subs, your own sub prices. $500 on a dude stream? Oh, what do you mean? Tim the Tap Man. Tim the Tap Man gets $500. He gets $500 donos, $1,000 donos. Doctor Disrespect, ignoring the scandal and whatnot. Same thing. I don't watch the streams, by the way. If you do, I don't care. If you do, it doesn't matter. But I've seen them in the past get tons of money. What do you mean, Ninja? You brother, there are tons of folks that get there. There are so many people that get so much money. Hello, fellow Glazers. What's up? Same dude also drops 1,000 subs on me in the extremely rare times I stream. It's absurd. There was a time when I played Dauntless, there was like a donation war happening where this one person gave $100, that person gave 125, then 200, then 400, then like 300, 400, and I was like, what is going on? And the worst feeling for me is I appreciate it, but it's always like it's strange. Because I appreciate it, but at the same time, I don't know how to feel about it. Which I've given folks money too. Like there was I've donated as well. I've given subs to people when I stream on Twitch a lot. Feels good to do. But I never have the same reaction that I think folks are looking for. I'm never like, oh my God, thank you so much. Like it's strange. I feel bad I don't like overreact like some folks may want. Because then it makes it seem like I'm not thankful. I actually don't watch streams often. I'm just here for the eggs. It's probably wise. These days, I think I watch more streams than I watch other content. Because most like the content I see just seems fake, and like a stream is more genuine. There's no doctoring up the response. There's none of that stuff. It's just like what they actually think. That'll look fake. A plain thanks is enough. But that's the thing. Like, imagine you say thanks for $1,000. $1,000, I think for $1,000, like, there's definitely a point where people they hype up depending on how much you get, for sure. I think I'm also in that sense a little bit. But even still, $1,000. Thank you so much, man. That means a ton. You're crazy for that. And then it's just like, next comment comes in. Oh, hey, Doe, where's the dog? I don't have one. You know what is the fake eggs? What? But I do believe that people should try their best to be as real as possible, more often than not. Because I'm someone who just doesn't like to see too much fakeness. The monotone response to donations feels more genuine to me anyways. People acting like they just got life-changing money for every five donation feels fake to me. That I agree with 100%. 2 doubloon donation, go crazy. Revitox, thank you. As we were saying, the monotone thank you is from the heart. I hope you're doing good, bro. I got Ravens Watch after watching your video. Are you planning to do some videos for that game? I have some old ones if you want to watch them. They're kind of outdated, though. I don't know if I plan to play more Ravens Watch or not. I mean, I'm going to play it, but I don't know if I'm going to make content for it. It kind of just depends on like what's going down. As like weird as it may sound, I'm like a vibey gamer. Like I play games based on the vibes. I post content based on the vibes for sure. You can see that on Mathil1 stream on Twitch. Someone drops X amount of subs and he's like, hey, thank you anyways. Hey, thank you. Anyways, yeah. That's kind of how I am too. But it's like a weird feeling I get almost. And the old videos where there's a small fluffy white dog. Oh, that's my parents' dogs, I think. The old videos, oh no, the old videos are probably like my brother's dogs. Most likely. So if they're bigger dogs, it's my brother's. If they're small dogs, it's my parents'. And it could be a person's dog I'm watching. Because I don't have a dog. Not that the dog's gone or nothing. It's just I never had one. Bro had a chance to go ape shit and missed it. Don't worry, I'll save it next time. I can't mix up in this stream, but I can mix it up in the next stream and throw everyone for a loop. When you blow up even more, just don't get spoiled by bigger donos and kind of ignore the smaller ones. Oh no, see, I don't do that. I always try and point out like that's the one thing that I get good, and I think I do correctly, is I appreciate like small raids on Twitch. Even though I don't like raids in general, 1,000 viewers, 3K viewers, it's cool. I appreciate it, but I don't know. It just feels kind of strange. But a 2-person raid, I say thank you. 3K raid, I say thank you. I say like thank you and how was your stream? You know, generic stuff. Yeah. Do you miss Dauntless Days? No. But another thing too is I read so many comments. It's not like based on just folks that give money either. Like if I was someone who like was just gonna read the comments from folks that pay, it'd be very obvious. But you think that's where it gets weird. Your eggs are too small? No, they're scrambled. But I could just blow up and act like I don't know nobody. Thanks to the 5 gets to subs. Wah. I think it was probably your parents' dog because I think I might be misremembering. It was during your birthday video when I saw the dog. Oh, probably. Probably. It's funny, this whole live stream is a product of me watching a TikTok stream and saying, you know what? I could do that. You have to wait 20 minutes between each readout. True, actually. That's true. Maybe my plan is to wait until I have enough pay pigs that I can only read paid messages. Maybe that's my end game. Planning on trying another MMORPG? If one comes out with good combat, yeah. But none have good There's no batteries in that thing. It's fine. You're gonna pay for that 7-Up later? It's 0 calories. I'm not gonna. No. I'm gonna have 4 more today, probably. Listen to the sound. Okay. It didn't make like a chain reaction. There's probably a graveyard of 7-Up in that recycling bin. Black Desert Online, if they pay me. So, I'll say this. If I get paid to play Diablo 4, BDO, I'm playing them. If I don't get paid, I likely won't. But I'm keeping my eyes peeled for a new MMO or a new action RPG, something that has telegraphed combat. Raven's Watch is a decent example of telegraphed combat. I freaking love telegraphs. That's why I like Gfuel, no sugar or carbs. Fair enough. I'm kind of hoping that Echovision does more with their non-caffeine energy drink, which sounds a bit strange, but I like this flavor. The problem is they're kind of expensive, and you can't get them in stores, so I don't promote them all that much. I do like them though. I keep them in my fridge for the times where I feel like I need a boost and I need placebo. There's no caffeine. What makes that? Echovision. But like I said, they're expensive, and I think they're only on TikTok Shop. Yo, David, thanks for the 5 gifted. You do this a lot. I've noticed that. You pull up and you gift 5 or 10. You're wild. Thank you. We don't get this in Minnesota? You know, if you go on TikTok Shop, you can buy whatever you want. I just think that they won't ship to you if you're in Australia and the UK probably, because shipping prices are crazy. But they will ship to you if you're in United States of America, I'm pretty sure. Non-caffeine energy drink, you mean sugar? There's no sugar. Nope. There's also, so the idea behind non-caffeine energy drinks and supplements is that there's other nootropics, things that stimulate your brain. So for instance, this drink does not have sugar. It's also only 5 calories. Here, I'll show you. So we have sodium, 95 grams, 5 calories, 16 ounces of fluid. Carbs, 2 grams, 0 added sugars, 0 sugars in total. Vitamin C, B6, potassium, vitamin B12, phosphorus, panoic acid, I guess, magnesium, calcium. And there's, I guess, some more things down here. And then Echovision Matrix, coconut water, taurine, N-acetyl L-tyrosine, alpha-GPC, L-theanine. I think that the bottom thing is what's going to help you with energy, as well as the other macronutrients. But I like it. I wouldn't say I drink it because of the crazy energy effects of it. I drink it because it tastes pretty good. And it's also like 5 calories, so. Do a Mr. Beast impression, next donation. What does it even sound like? Just over the top everything? I want a shooter game MMO that isn't an RPG where everything becomes a bullet sponge late game. I want games that just don't go bullet sponge late game as well, man. The First Ascendant, that one you can make things die really fast, but it just doesn't feel the same. I honestly don't want a shooter game like that. I like telegraphed combat. I like spell casting so much. How much are you consuming? Don't give yourself gallbladder stones. Nah, I drink enough water, I'll be fine. In fact, I'm probably way healthier now than I ever was, and I haven't had gallbladder stones, so I feel like I'm chilling. I usually drink maybe 4 diet sodas a day, but I have close to a gallon of water. I did not turn the lights off. What does that mean? Also, thanks for 5. I did not. What does that mean? I did. Yo, LeMayo, what's up? Wait, actually, I did not turn the lights off. Revitox, thank you so much for the $5 donation. How does Mr. Beast sound? Welcome back, guys. Today we have a crazy. I don't do that. I'm not sure how he does that. Turn the lights off. You need lighting. I think this is like a waste of light right there. 5 light bulbs, and it's not really putting out that much light. Once Human was almost what I'm looking for, but it does get a little bullet spongy late game. Not too terribly though. Once Human, it didn't have enough weight towards the combat for me. Like, I'm telling you, man, if we get a Wild Star, if we get like a modern day Wild Star in an action RPG or an MMO, I'm in there like swimwear, son. No eggs in stainless steel pan, I'm unsubscribing. We did that earlier. Go back to the beginning of the stream. I did it with one hand. I cooked all the eggs like this. And they didn't stick either. They didn't stick. Go back. Go back to the beginning of the stream. Now we're just talking. All chandeliers are a waste of light, power, and space. Yeah, I don't even care for it, honestly. It's not my ideal. One-handed? One-handed. I did everything one-handed. I had a bit of a mishap and I spilled some eggs on the counter, unfortunately, but overall, pretty good stuff. I remember WildStar, I got super bored of that game really fast. I'd probably like it more nowadays, though. Nowadays, dude, WildStar was a game that I think I saw potential in it super early, thankfully, but man, it opens up. And I mean that because WildStar is a game that you start off and you may be like, oh, I don't have any abilities. You get up to 8 abilities that you can then deck out. You can upgrade, I think, four abilities to max and give them new slight bonuses and whatnot. The raid combat, the dungeon combat, the game actually gets crazy in game, but it improves at a decent rate. It's definitely one of those games that you have to stick out for like maybe 5 hours, 10 hours, and you'll see like, whoa, this thing's actually kind of crazy. And people didn't give it a chance, man. No pan reveal, writing a tweet longer about this. I cooked everything on the pan, dude. Also, if you want to get this pan, it's not sponsored, but this is a heritage pan. Ignore the discoloration. It happens. You can clean it using a thing that I don't have that I'll probably get and make a video on maybe. But this is... Hello? The Made in USA, this is 10.5 inch. Eater and Heritage Steel, 5-ply, Clarksville, Tennessee. I think they're made in USA. I could be wrong though. But I love that pan. I have a Maiden pan I bought myself. Wasn't the biggest fan. I use it for burgers still and ground beef. But this pan I use for eggs every single day. And I'm a big fan. When I say I got super bored of it fast, I meant in-game content. I never got to raid level because I got bored of dungeons. Oh, see, dungeon-wise, they were okay. I still like them a lot personally, but Protostar Dungeon, that was amazing. And raids were insanely fun. But WildStar, I played PvP, dungeons, raids. I enjoyed it all. Anyway, folks, I have to go. I appreciate y'all watching. I'll catch you another time, though. Thanks for checking out the stream. Boy.